this is it, the very first Level Up workshop. My name's Christina, and yeah, so I've been working on this workshop idea, this class idea for a while now. So I thought that I would begin just kind of explaining a little bit about what it is and how I came up with it while we kind of wait for some folks to join, because I do know a few folks that are planning on joining live at 4 o'clock. So yeah, my name's Christina Wester with Radiant Living and Learning, and the way this whole Level Up idea came to be is that I used to be a yoga teacher, or I guess I still am. Occasionally teach some yoga, but it used to be a pretty significant part of my income. And after the birth of my middle child, things changed a lot, and it became it just was a better idea for me to try to make my money in other ways that logistically worked out better for the family. So I haven't been teaching a ton of yoga, trying to practice as much as I can, but once my third baby got a little bit bigger, I had this idea that to get back into yoga, but I didn't want to do just same old, typical yoga classes. I wanted there to be kind of another element to it, in terms of helping to change our subconscious beliefs that really hold us back from creating the life that we desire. So I had the idea that I would incorporate some mantra into the yoga, and felt real inspired by that idea, but wasn't exactly sure how to make that work. And what kind of forum or venue, or how to even market such a class, because I know that yoga is such a loaded word for a lot of people. So I wanted to use some things I had learned from yoga, but not really call it yoga necessarily. So that idea just kind of percolated in the back of my mind for a while. And this summer, as I was doing my daily practice, I had a lot of back pain this summer, and I was doing a lot of yoga, trying to get that under control. And I realized that I could incorporate the yoga, the movements, the body postures of yoga with some techniques to change beliefs. And so I started using my yoga practice as kind of a double, kill two birds with one stone, work on physically healing my body, but also healing and shifting the subconscious beliefs that were holding me back from healing physically, but also just from moving forward in my life, creating the things that I wanted to create and doing the things that I wanted to do. So I played around with that since the summer, and have kind of boiled it down to a format that I think is going to be hopefully easy to share and easy to explain, so that you guys can join in and change some, or I should say replace some unsupportive beliefs with some more supportive beliefs. So the inspiration for this first Level Up workshop was this, the Universal Laws of Conscious Creation is a deck that I have with these beautiful fractal cards. And the card that I drew was growth. And so I kind of used the message from the card in order to come to these belief statements that we're gonna shift today. So I thought maybe I would just share what the message from the card is first, and then I'll share the belief statements that we're going to change, and then we'll just get right into the process for shifting those subconscious beliefs. So the card is growth. The law of growth states that the common purpose inherent in all life is to grow, advance, and become more. Life naturally desires to become more in quality and in quantity. Your own personal desire to become more and to advance is natural, and this is the law of growth working through you. Because all life is one and interconnected, any attempt you make to advance your life without taking all life into consideration will produce inharmonious results. So this is something that I experienced personally, both in, as I was working on growing and evolving and my own self-development. I noticed that if I didn't also set intentions or do some work with the people around me, my family, and then kind of my closer folks that I work with day to day, that it would stifle my growth, or if I grew too quickly and the people around me weren't, I wasn't doing things to enhance everybody around me, then it was inharmonious. So it's because we are all interconnected. So the law of growth teaches that there are natural processes to growth. If you try to move forward before reaching the necessary stage of development, you'll be acting prematurely. This is like trying to pick an apple from a tree when the tree is only producing blossoms. Trust that there is a perfect time for everything. This law reminds you that obstacles create the conditions necessary for growth. So look at the challenge you face and ask, where's the opportunity in this experience? How can I grow from this situation? This card is telling you that you're growing into your ideal. Sometimes growth is uncomfortable and requires change. So don't be afraid to let go of the old to make room for the new. So the statements that I came up with for us to balance today, kind of based on that, the message from that card is, the first one is going to be, it is safe to let go of the old paradigm that is no longer serving humanity. The second statement that we'll balance is, I let go of the old to make room for the new. The third one is, I embrace growth and change even when it feels uncomfortable. And the fourth one is, I trust that there is a perfect time for everything, and I act when the time is right. So as you hear those statements, you might think to yourself, oh, well, I'm pretty much on the same page there. I've been doing a great job of, embracing growth and change in my life when it feels uncomfortable. And that might be totally the case for some of you. But what we're going to be doing today is changing those beliefs on the subconscious level. So the way we do it is by using we're going to do some very simple, not complicated at all, yoga postures. And I'm going to show modifications. So don't let the word yoga scare you. You can do it sitting in a chair or sitting on the floor, either one. So I'm going to show you different ways to do these very simple, easy, gentle movements. And the movements are going to incorporate a whole brain state, they call it. So we're gonna get both hemispheres of the mind, both hemispheres of the brain to communicate better with each other by using some, like some twists. Anytime you twist or cross the midline of the body, it's getting the hemispheres to communicate with each other better. So that's one of the ways that we shift these beliefs, is by incorporating both hemispheres of the mind. Another aspect of it is that these postures are help the flow of energy. So they increase the flow of prana or chi energy, which is the life force energy that is inside all of us. It also, these postures will increase circulation and lymphatic flow. So those are some physical things that they can measure, that they've been able to measure, that is increased. And the way that these two things work together is that as we access both hemispheres of the mind equally, we're going to repeat the statements kind of like a mantra, and use the breath, because the breath is a way to move energy through the body. So as these beliefs change, there's going to be some energetically some energy that needs to move out, because as we replace the unsupportive beliefs, maybe the unsupportive belief that you have is that you don't want to let go of the old to make room for the new. You have a fear of letting go because you're, you know, maybe there was a time in your life when you did let go of something old and comfortable, and the new thing didn't work out the way you had hoped. So, you know, that creates a pathway in the subconscious mind that letting go of the old is not safe. So as we replace that belief with, for example, it is safe to let go of the old paradigm, then there's going to be some energy that needs to move out. And so these physical postures help to move that energy both through our chi or our prana, and then also just through the physiological flow in the body that these postures can help get it moving and keep it moving. So let's get started. And the first statement we're going to do is, it is safe to let go of the old paradigm that is no longer serving humanity. So we're going to use the posture that we're going to use in order to balance this and to replace the old beliefs with this new belief is a pretty simple one called cat and cow, that probably anybody that's ever done a yoga class has done a cat and cow posture. And I just want to make sure that you can see me here. Let's see. Maybe I missed it. All right, so hopefully. All right, so you're just going to be on all fours, and the cow posture is just lifting up the tailbone and lifting up the head. So you're going to think about lifting up the crown of the head and the tailbone and let the belly sag. So that's the cow posture, and you generally want to inhale on that. And then the cat is by pressing, you really want to think about pressing your heart up toward the sky. So you're tucking the tailbone and tucking the head down. So we're just going to alternate between these two, and we're going to say the statement 3 times out loud while we're doing the cat and cow alternating, and then after you say the statement 3 times, do at least 3 breaths, you know, moving through the cat and cow. And then we're going to add a little bit of a twist to that. So hopefully I can fix the camera so you can see that part. So let's just do the statement. So you're going to say the statement as you do cat-cow. So just follow along with me. It is safe to let go of the old paradigm that is no longer serving humanity. It is safe to let go of the old paradigm that is no longer serving humanity. It is safe to let go of the old paradigm that is no longer serving humanity. And so 3 more times, inhaling here and exhaling. Just let the breath move that energy through your body. And exhale. Inhale one more time. And exhale. Okay, so now we're just going to add a little bit of a twist. I'm going to see if I can get this so that you can see me a little bit better. Because you'll just bring your hand down to maybe your elbow, down kind of to the center of your body, and then press on the floor and just twist a little bit. So you can turn your head as far as you can. If you can look at the ceiling, great. If all you can do is look to the right. So we're going to say that statement while we're in this twist. If you want to go a deeper twist, you can bring your arm back behind your back. It is safe to let go of the old paradigm that is no longer serving humanity. It is safe to let go of the old paradigm that is no longer serving humanity. It is safe to let go of the old paradigm that is no longer serving humanity. So 3 breaths here. Really focus on moving that energy out of the body. And then we'll just do the same thing on the other side. So now bring the other elbow down to the floor. You can keep this hand on the floor, or you can bring it back. So we're going to say the statement 3 times. It is safe to let go of the old paradigm that is no longer serving humanity. It is safe to let go of the old paradigm that is no longer serving humanity. It is safe to let go of the old paradigm that is no longer serving humanity. And 3 breaths. All right. So that's the first statement and the first process to balance that statement. So does anybody have any questions about that? Okay. So we're going to move on. I'm going to take a drink of water. This is not wine. Trying to not use plastic water bottles, and so I got an old Life Factory rubber thing and put it on my wine bottle since my Life Factory bottle broke. Okay, so the next statement we're going to balance is I let go of the old to make room for the new. So with this, for this statement, we're going to use a forward fold, which really, if you're sitting on the floor, it's just going to be extending your legs straight out and then leaning out over your legs. I don't know why, I guess because I'm so low. Let's see if I move this. Yeah, well, then I got to scoot back. All right. So you're just going to fold over your legs, and then when it's time to twist, you're just going to bring your arm over as far as you can and twist like this. If you don't want to sit on the floor and that's too much of a stretch for you, you can sit on a chair and just extend your legs out. And when I say to fold forward, you just let your hands slide down your legs as far as they'll go and just let your head hang forward and try to relax into that stretch a little bit. So for this one, we're just going to say the statement 3 times in the middle as we fold forward. So statement 3 times and then 3 breaths, and then the same thing for each twist. So we'll just go ahead and get started. So get either in your chair or on the floor. Extend your arms as far down your legs as they'll go, and then relax your body over your legs and just say that statement 3 times. I let go of the old to make room for the new. I let go of the old to make room for the new. I let go of the old to make room for the new. And then 3 breaths. Breathe into any part of the body that feels tight. Let that breath create more space in whatever part of your body that feels tight. And so now we'll twist. So just turn, I like to bring one arm to the outside of my leg to kind of give me a little bit of leverage to turn my heart this way a little bit. If you're in your chair, you've just got your legs extended, and then you can use this hand on the leg, and then you can even grab the chair. That helps you twist a little bit more. So we're going to say the statement 3 times. I let go of the old to make room for the new. I let go of the old to make room for the new. I let go of the old to make room for the new. And then 3 breaths. And then same thing on the other side. So if you're in your chair, just turn to the other side. If you're on the floor, just bring that leg. And then this arm can go here behind you. Or it can stay on the floor if you need that support. I let go of the old to make room for the new. I let go of the old to make room for the new. I let go of the old to make room for the new. And 3 breaths. All right. So hopefully you feel good. All right. So let's move on to statement number 3. I embrace growth and change, even when it feels uncomfortable. So for this one, we're going to use, I'm going to put that thing back up here. We're going to use an arm opening, shoulder opening pose. So the first position is just to raise your arm up. If this is plenty of a stretch, if this isn't hard enough for you, then just keep it here. If you can, bend your arm and put your hand behind your neck, you can do that. If that's enough stretch, just stay there. If you want to add just a little bit more, you can bring your other hand and pull that elbow up. So we're going to say the statement 3 times. I embrace growth and change even when it feels uncomfortable. I embrace growth and change even when it feels uncomfortable. I embrace growth and change even when it feels uncomfortable. So 3 breaths here. And then release that. Okay, so just a little bit more of a stretch with the left arm. So just bring the arm across the body. You can hold on to it here, and just to the point where you feel a little bit of a stretch to open up the shoulder. And we'll say the statement 3 times. I embrace growth and change even when it feels uncomfortable. I embrace growth and change even when it feels uncomfortable. I embrace growth and change even when it feels uncomfortable. So 3 breaths. Breathe into whatever tightness you feel in your shoulder. Use the breath to move that energy. All right, and now we're ready to do the other side. So right arm up, and then hand behind the neck if you can, and if you want to increase the stretch just a little bit, grab that elbow. So saying the statement 3 times. I embrace growth and change even when it feels uncomfortable. I embrace growth and change even when it feels uncomfortable. I embrace growth and change even when it feels uncomfortable. And so now, 3 breaths, sorry. Breathing into any discomfort that you feel. Just send the breath to that spot. All right, now we're ready to go across. So saying the statement 3 times. I embrace growth and change even when it feels uncomfortable. I embrace growth and change even when it feels uncomfortable. I embrace growth and change even when it feels uncomfortable. So 3 breaths. Feeling that opening in the shoulder. Maybe you feel it in your arm. Maybe you feel it in your back. Just breathing into the tight space. And we'll release it. Okay, so now we're on to statement number 4. Okay, so this is going to be a hip opening posture. The statement, I'll just say the statement. I trust that there is a perfect time for everything, and I act when the time is right. So you can do this one sitting on the floor or in the chair. So I'll demonstrate. Let's see, let me do the, I'll do the floor way first. So you're going to cross your left leg in front of your right, and you can just do kind of an easy, crisscross legs. Or if you want a little bit more of a stretch, you can bring that left leg from the front onto the top. If you're not as flexible and you want to stay in the chair, you just sit with that left leg on top here. So we're going to say the statement. We're going to fold over the legs. So whether you're sitting on the floor, you're just going to fold over your legs this way. Just as far down as you can go, wherever you feel that stretch back in your back or your hips. Just, go to your stopping point and then breathe there. And then if you're in the chair, you'll be here. So we're going to fold forward and say the statement 3 times. I trust that there is a perfect time for everything. And I act, let me say it again. I trust that there is a perfect time for everything, and I act when the time is right. I trust that there is a perfect time for everything, and I act when the time is right. I trust that there is a perfect time for everything, and I act when the time is right. So 3 breaths here. Breathe into that tightness that you feel wherever it is in your hips or your back, or maybe your leg. 2 more breaths. All right, and then now we'll do a little twist here. So you can just put your hand on your knee and your other hand on your chair as you turn your heart toward the side. You can bring your elbow all the way over if you need a little more twist, whatever feels good there. And then if you're on the floor, you can just bring that arm up and over, and then bring this arm over to your knee. I trust that there is a perfect time for everything, and I act when the time is right. I trust that there is a perfect time for everything, and I act when the time is right. I trust that there is a perfect time for everything, and I act when the time is right. So on these 3 breaths, really kind of lengthen your spine on the inhale, and then try to twist a tiny bit deeper into that twist on the exhale. And then back to center. So now we'll switch legs and we'll twist to the other side. So you can be here, you can be here. If it's hard to sit on the floor, you can even kind of spread your legs out. Just kind of make that right leg be, across the midline of the body. If you're in your chair, you're just like this. And then if you can only lean forward this far, that's fine. Just let the head hang and feel that stretch. However far forward you can go is just fine. So we're going to say the statement 3 times and then 3 breaths. I trust that there is a perfect time for everything, and I act when the time is right. I trust that there is a perfect time for everything, and I act when the time is right. I trust that there is a perfect time for everything, and I act when the time is right. So 3 breaths. And so now for the twist, the hand can go on the knee, the hand can go on the chair. Turn your heart as far as you can go. If you're on the floor, just windmill that arm around and twist. So saying the statement 3 times. I trust that there is a perfect time for everything, and I act when the time is right. I trust that there is a perfect time for everything, and I act when the time is right. I trust that there is a perfect time for everything, and I act when the time is right. So 3 breaths, deepening that twist with each inhale, lengthening the spine with each inhale, and then deepening the twist, even if it's just a microscopic amount. Use the exhale to go a little bit deeper into the twist. All right, so that's it for our 4 belief statements that we just shifted for our subconscious mind. And I wanted to share, there's one more little bit from the card, from the Universal Law of Growth card, and it gives a suggestion of how to harmonize with the law of growth. So if you want, you can, it's kind of like a short little meditation. If you want, you can do that now, or you can come back when you're ready and watch the recording, and when you have, some quiet space, and do this little exercise. So the suggestion is to close your eyes and imagine a seed in a pot of fresh soil. Watch the seed grow in your mind's eye. Notice the stages of development that it naturally moves through as it grows. Notice how the seed needs time and requires the right conditions to become what it is meant to be. Notice how it is not in a hurry to grow. Contemplate how the wisdom of the growing seed applies to your life. So I hope that that was helpful. If you tuned in at the last minute or in the middle of it, you can see the whole thing. I'm going to post a recording of the entire series on the website, radiantlivingandlearning.com. So there'll be a menu item called Level Up. And so you can just click there, and then that's where I'm going to post all the videos of, yes, hey, haha. Thank you for being here. So yeah, I'm going to post all the recordings of all of these. And so if any folks want to, hey, Sue. So Nina and Sue are here, yay. So yeah, so if y'all missed the series of balances that we did, you can look at the recording on radiantlivingandlearning.com, click on level up, and I'm going to put all the videos there for each time I make one of these, so that if you want to tell your friends about it, they can go back to number 1 and start with number 1, and eventually I'll have enough that you know, you could use this for a daily practice if you're so inclined to do that. So would love to have any feedback. I'm going to be there'll be a place for comments below, you know, on the page with the videos, so you can post any questions or comments there. You can get in touch with me on Facebook, Christina Wester. I think that's how a lot of y'all have found me here. So you can send me a message there. You can send me a message through the website. There's a link, a menu item that says connect. There's a place there for contact us, so you can send me any questions or comments through that as well. And then if you'd like to use these kinds of processes in a private session in order to change subconscious beliefs that you feel are holding you back, if you feel stuck in a rut, if you've been doing a lot of personal growth stuff, but you feel like maybe you've hit a plateau, this work and a private session with me can really help kind of kickstart that growth back onto the path that you're really, you know, consciously wanting to follow, but maybe there's something that's holding you back, and which oftentimes is something that's in our subconscious that keeps us from moving forward on the path that we consciously want to go on. So the next time I'll go into a little bit more, I was thinking each time I'll go into a little bit more about how this process works and why it works, and you know, and what's going on with changing these subconscious beliefs. So be sure and tune in next time, and share the recordings with your friends, and we're all just gonna make this world a better place, embracing our growth, letting go of the old paradigm that's no longer serving humanity, and embracing the new paradigm of unity and cooperation and collaboration. We really, the Radiant Living motto, I guess, is to release fear and find more joy, less fear. So until next time, thanks for tuning in, everybody.